was very funny to me. I've taken him on the road. I try to give him as much work as I can. He gets a lot of work on his own. This guy's auditioning for big stuff already. He does all the major clubs in Hollywood. Very funny. Please put your hands together for my good friend, Mr. Alex Davenport.
It's every man's fantasy is to have a threesome, right? That's every man's fantasy, except mine, because I don't want to disappoint two girls at the same time. Like, why the fuck do I want to spend twice as much time apologizing after sex that I already do? Like, that doesn't appeal to me. Yeah, you know, most guys complain about having to wear a condom. I'm just happy whenever I get to use one. Yeah, you know. You know, everyone says that music influences people's behavior, and that's a lie because I listen to rap music and I'm still not fucking bitches or making money. So I struggle with women, that's been clear, and I know why I don't get girls. It's because of my race. It's because Asian guys are kind of like drugs to girls. They just say no. Like, let me give you an example. I was watching the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin today, and I realized that if the main character in that movie was Asian, that would not have been a comedy. It would have been a documentary. Yeah. It's sad. It's a tragedy. It's a fucking tragedy. That's not true, though. There was this one time after the show, I hooked up with this one girl who told me that I was her first Asian. Yeah, and after my performance, I'm pretty sure I'll be the last. I fucked it up for all other Asians. Like, I fucked it up. But here's the thing. When it comes to sex with Asians, the bar for us is set so low that there is no bar. There's just a line in the sand. It's very low. It's not, they don't expect much, so. Do you guys find it ironic that some Asian guys have the last name Hung? I look like you nodded at that. Like, yes, it is. Yes. But you never fucked an Asian, but it's like, yes, I know, it's still true. But here's the thing, like, I've actually come to realize that Asian men and women do masturbate the same way. Like this. And now we all get the joke. Beautiful. We all get it now. We all get it. Yes. Yeah. But here's the thing, look, I make fun of Asians all the time, but the fact of the matter is, I'm actually very glad that I'm Asian, because in school, all my teachers think I'm focused. And I'll tell you this though, I'll tell you guys this. You guys know that Asian people are the only race of people that universally look nerdy? It's true! I love the fact you're already 2 steps ahead of me. But let me explain what I mean by that. With any other race of people, if you put 3-inch glasses on them, they look nerdy. But if you take those glasses off, they don't look nerdy. I feel like right now I could walk down the street with tattoos of knives on my neck and cuts on my forehead, and people would just say, "Oh my God, look at that nerdy-looking gangster right there. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's not gonna intimidate anybody. Oh, it's sad. It's very fucking sad." But I get pissed off though. I get really pissed off when people say things like, racism is over. That is bullshit. Racism is everywhere. I was in Vegas last weekend, and every time I walked by a slot machine, all I heard was chink, 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 chink. Like, hell is this? It's Vegas? You can't get candy. What the hell? This ain't right. And 2014, Jesus, a lot of racial shit went down last year, right? Eric Gardner, we got Michael Brown, all that shit went down. And it's one of the few times in my life that I'm actually genuinely glad that I'm Asian. Because Asian people have a right to be completely neutral on these issues. You know why? It's because Asian people enjoy just enough white privilege to know when to be quiet, and just enough discrimination to not get lumped in with white people. Yeah, so we're the neutral corner. We're Switzerland. That's what we are. We're Switzerland. Yeah. But I think it is time to admit, though, there are some advantages of being a minority over being a white person. Like, there are some advantages. Like, for example, white people have to save up a lot of money to go to a nightclub and get really fucked up. Asian people are so bad at holding their liquor, for $10, I could recreate the hangover. It's true. You know, I feel like you're like the ultimate guru on Asians, because I've noticed at every point you'd be like, that's true, that's true. Have you dated an Asian, or what happened there? You just hang out with Asians? You hang out with a lot of Asians, so you know everything I'm saying is true. She's like the fact checker of the show tonight. Every time I do a joke, you can look at her like, is that true? Like, oh yeah, he's on the truth. It really is that sad to be Asian. It really is. It really does. No, but here's another advantage. Whenever a white guy talks about hitting a woman, he's an asshole. But if a black guy talks about hitting a woman, he's a rapper. Right? I mean, that's the advantage. You can kind of get away with that shit. That's all I'm saying. Oh my god. I'm actually really jealous of black guys, though. Can I admit that? I'm like deeply... I'm jealous of black guys. Yeah, I'll admit it. Thank you. But here's the reason. Like, whenever you girls look at a black guy, you all just think, I want to fuck him. Girls look at me, they just think, I want him to do my homework. So I say it because I'm jealous. And actually, I'll tell you guys a true story. This is a true story. I did that joke at a show, and there was a woman in the front row who yelled at me and said, I never wanted to fuck a black man. And I was like, that's bullshit, because everybody wants to piss off their dad at some point. Is that not true? I mean, I'm just being honest. Just being honest. I really want to see an Asian president because I really want to see them hit a gong after every big speech. That's it. That's the only reason I want to see that. Only other reason. That's it. I just want to see the huge gong in the back every speech. The State of the Union. Can you imagine State of the Union? That's awesome. Are you kidding me? Speaking of the world, though, like, I love the Olympics. Speaking of the whole world, I love the Olympics. But does anyone else find it really fucked up that America brags about winning the gold medal count at the Olympics when half the countries we're competing against are dirt poor third world countries? Like, you ever thought about that? Like, think about this. In America, we've been so good that to us, a marathon is a sport. In a third world country, a marathon is a commute. Like, in our country, we have hundreds and thousands of athletes all wanting to be in the Olympics. And every year, we get to have a tryout to see who the best athletes are to go and compete for us. In a third world country, it's just, who's eating enough food to finish the race? Who can do that? And who has a pair of shoes? Anyone actually have shoes? Like, and after you ask those two questions, you're down to what, like 10 people? Like, yeah, you're the Olympic team. Not because you're good athletes, we're all too malnourished to do anything. One more. In America, we've been so good that our boxers will actually try to lose weight to make the lowest weight class possible. In a third world country, they're just trying to find enough food to make a weight class. Like, you're never gonna meet an Ethiopian heavyweight champion, that's all I'm saying. Like, that guy doesn't exist. He doesn't exist. He's gone. He's not here around. Oh my god. Is that not true though? I mean, come on. That's what I'm saying, we shouldn't brag as much as we think. We're so great, yeah, well, I mean, they're not doing so well over there though. I should talk about my childhood a little bit. It was a little awkward for me growing up because my parents are white, and I grew up thinking that I had Down syndrome. No, that's not true. That's not true. Actually, the truth is I was actually adopted by a white family. That's why my name is Alex Davenport. I mean, obviously. I was adopted by a white family, and because I was adopted by a white family, it just makes me realize just how out of touch with my race that I am. Like, when I was a little kid, I would sing that song, I've been working on the railroad. Without ever realizing how fucked up that is. I look back now like, Jesus, I had a racist childhood, a little bit. But I realized something, and I realized this. I realized there are so many benefits of being adopted by a white family. So many benefits. Like, one of the benefits is that you can never, ever be embarrassed by your parents. Never. Because if my parents did anything in public, I could just walk away and say like, wow, white people are fucked up nowadays. I think they're trying to kidnap me. Jesus Christ, help me. It's true. Funny thing about that is, my parents actually adopted 2 Korean babies, me and my older brother. My older brother just graduated with a master's degree with a 4.0 GPA, and last year I made $225 doing comedy. I feel like when it comes to adopting Asian babies, my parents tried to double their money and just lost. You know? Yeah. But I will say this, if I had a choice, I would actually want to be adopted by a lesbian couple. You know why? Because when you're adopted by a lesbian couple, walking in on your parents having sex would be awesome. Like, it'd be fucking great. Like, I'm a guy. Like, I'm a man. But if I was adopted by a lesbian couple, I would always remember both my mom's birthdays. Because birthday sex for them is a gift for me, too. Really? I'm the only one who likes watching lesbians fuck. I don't believe that. I know these guys with their girls. You guys are good and trained. I like that. Beautiful. You guys are trained. They are. If it was just dudes and you're like, yeah, we love lesbians. We love them. We love them. By the way, I'm from Idaho Falls, by the way. None of you have ever been there, probably. See? Exactly. No one knows where the fuck I'm from. I'm from Idaho Falls, and I moved out to Los Angeles about 5 years ago, and it's amazing because there's so many differences between Idaho and Los Angeles. Like, the women are so different. Like, the women in LA are more shallow, they're more superficial, some of them have a bigger penis than I do. And it's amazing because there are so many things that I see here in Los Angeles that I never saw back in Idaho, you know? Like, no snow all year round, and celebrities, and other Asian people. Like, let me put it this way. My high school had such a lack of diversity that I wasn't even Asian. They thought I was a light-skinned Mexican. Yeah, that's 100% true. 100% true. And it's amazing because for the most part, it's weird because for the most part, I don't feel Asian, like on the inside. I don't feel like I'm Asian, you know? Because, like I said, I grew up in Idaho. I was born in Korea, but I don't speak the language. And the only class that I ever failed in college was math. That's a true story, by the way. You can look. I actually failed math class when I was in college. And the only part of me that's Asian is I look the part, and occasionally I'll whack off to anime. That's it. That's all about me that's Asian. You kind of look gross, but you're still laughing. I like that. Like, it's perverted, but it's still funny. I like that. Like, you like my perviness a little bit. What's going on now? The big issue now is what's gay marriage, right? That's the big issue nowadays is gay marriage. And here's the thing. Everyone who says they're against gay marriage, they say the same thing. They say, well, I'm against gay marriage because I don't want to redefine the word marriage. But I was thinking, we've been redefining words forever. Like, Facebook redefined what a friend is. Like, seriously, half my friends on Facebook I don't even like. I just keep up with their lives to know that I'm doing better than them. That's it. That's the only reason I do that. It's the only reason. And here's the thing, like, I'm from Idaho, and as I said, Idaho is a very heavily Mormon area. And by the way, Mormons are kind of like the LeBron James of marriage. They just do it right out of high school. Just right out of high school, get married. And because of that, I never really understood shows like Friends or How I Met Your Mother growing up because I never knew 30-year-old single people really existed until I moved out to Los Angeles. Like, before I moved out to Los Angeles, 30-year-old single people were like Santa Claus. You heard about them in stories, but you never actually saw them. Yeah. No. And I gotta go. Is anyone here married by chance? I don't know if anyone here is married. No one here is married. Wow. I'm looking around, no one's raising their hand, but there's couples but no marriage. But here's the thing. Here's my opinions on marriage. Here's my opinions. I think committing adultery in Asia would be pointless because why would you want to fuck someone who looks exactly like your spouse? You guys get it? I'm saying that all Asian people look the same. But I have a trick. I actually have a trick. I can actually tell the difference between North and South Koreans, you know? Because 30 pounds is really easy to notice. Thank you this side for getting that joke. This side got it. You got it too. You had to look on your face like, oh, that's mean, but you know it's funny because it's true. Up top, I like this girl. You're awesome. You're like white men. Like, if I could marry you right now, I would. You're beautiful. But here's the thing, like, I know there's no married guys in here, but look, married guys, I always hear married guys bitch about marriage, you know? Married guys are saying, me and my wife, we only have sex once every 2 months. And I hear that, I'm like, damn, I need to get married. Like, seriously? You have sex 6 times a year? That's awesome, man. Good for you, up top. Like, that sounds fucking great. It's true. I mean, look, here's like, I'll be honest, you guys are family to me, so I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 22 years old, okay? I'm 23 now, so it wasn't that long ago. Like, it wasn't that long ago. It was like, I'm 24 I turned 24 next week, but I lost my virginity when I was 22. And here's the funniest story. When I lost my virginity, I had actually jacked off twice that day, thinking, hey, I'll last longer sexually. But what happened was though, I couldn't, this is a true story. What happened was, I love the fact that you're like you're on the corner, you see like, oh my god, I can't wait to hear this story. So I jacked off twice that day thinking, hey, I'll last longer sexually. But what happened was during sex, I couldn't get an erection hard enough to come. So I thought, wow, because of masturbation, I literally fucked myself. I was like, oh my god, holy shit. It's horrible. It's like Jesus. But yeah, part of the reason I lost my virginity so late in life is because when I was in high school, I went to a very conservative religious high school, and when I was in high school, we didn't even have a prom. We called it commencement because they didn't want the connotation of students having sex, but they could have called it like giant teenage orgy party, and I still would have been the one guy who ended up masturbating that night. Like, it would have been called the everyone but you orgy when I was in high school. And speaking of high school, I don't know if you guys read this story. This is true. I want to say it was Louisiana. This was like about 6 months ago. There were 2 teachers who got busted for having a threesome with a 16-year-old student. And the only reason they found out about it is because a 16-year-old dude bragged about it to his friends the next day. And I read the story and I literally started crying. Because there's a 16-year-old out there who has a better sexual resume than I will ever have. Like, do you understand how depressing it is just to know that a 16-year-old's got you beat for life? That's depressing. Because when I was in high school, and a really, really hot girl said to me, oh, I'm gonna help you find somebody. I think what she really meant was, oh, I'm gonna make sure you're somebody else's problem. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, that's just a joke. You guys know that's not true. That's just a joke. That's just a joke. Hot girls never talked to me in high school. Yeah. So I'm single, by the way. I think that's been clear. I'm single. Like, yeah. I think goes without saying. I'm a single man. I'm single and available, ladies. By the way, I feel like everything I've said tonight is things you wouldn't want to say to a woman. So there you go. But you know when a person gets out of a relationship, they always say, I'm back on the market. You guys hear that? Oh, I'm back on the market. I feel like if the dating world is a market, then I'm like ramen. I'm low cost, I'm always available, and I get soft in 3 minutes. Yeah. It's true. And there are a lot of beautiful girls here, and I want to talk to the girls for a little bit, because look, I'm always getting in the friend zone with girls, obviously. I'm always getting in the friend zone with girls, and here's the thing, you girls are always talking to me like I'm your girlfriend, and girls have really graphic sex stories, and it's awkward because I always finish before your stories do. Yeah. But I will say this about men, though. Men are idiots when it comes to women. I'm sorry, men don't know shit about women. Because, thank you, I like that. I'm gonna assume they're sitting alone because there's a dude like everyone but you, honey. You still know women. But no, men don't know shit about women because I had a buddy of mine the other day come up to me like, man, Alex, if you want to get girls, you just gotta be an asshole. Just treat girls like shit. I was like, yeah. But that only works if you're hot. Like, if you're a hot guy and you're an asshole, yeah, you could be a ladies' man. But if you're an ugly guy and you're an asshole, you're just a really big asshole. Like, like, you're just a fucking asshole. Like, that's all you are. And I actually thought about I thought about that the other day. Like, I really sat down and thought about that. Like, I wish I was a hot guy, you know? Like, I do. I wish I was a hot guy. Like, I just want to be so hot that when I tried getting free stuff, it was called being charming. And not mooching off people. Yeah, that's it. Just let me get to that level. And men are assholes, though, because, like, here's when I realized, like, every one of my guy friends is a complete asshole. So, we're hanging out in this nightclub one night. There's 4 of us guys. It's 4 of us guys. These 5 beautiful women walk in the door. My friend's like, dude, these girls are a sure thing. They're drunk and they're total whores. I got excited. I was like, all right, so which one do I get? He said, oh, yeah, you're not going. They're drunk whores, not pensions at the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah, they're like, oh, wow, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Here's another great story. Like, this is just depressing. I was doing a show in Seattle about 7 months ago. I was in Seattle, and I tried to have sex with a 46-year-old woman. So here's what happened. We do the show, we go back to this hotel room, and this woman's like, no, we're not gonna have sex! Did you really expect to have sex with me tonight? It's like, well, I'm 23 years old, you're 46. Like, what the fuck else are we going to do? I mean, here's the thing. If we go out in public, no one's gonna think that we're a couple. They're gonna think that you're a mom housing a foreign exchange student. That's what they're gonna think. And here's the thing, I openly admit that I have zero confidence with women. I have no confidence with women, and that's exactly the reason. Like, I'm 23 years old. That means I'm in my physical prime, meaning my body will never look any better than it does right now. And I couldn't close the deal with a drunk 46-year-old woman. It's like I struck out playing t-ball. That's basically what I did. Oh, and that's point number 2. This is another piece of dumbass advice that men give about women. Like, man, Alex, you want to get a girlfriend? It just takes confidence. It just takes confidence. It just takes confidence. I'm like, no. You need a car. Because I take the bus, and when you... And when you take the bus in Los Angeles... And when you take the bus in Los Angeles, to a woman, you're just one step above a rapist. And by the way, that's why whenever I pick up girls, I always have to drink alcohol. Because it's much better to say to a woman, man, I'm too drunk to drive, as opposed to, man, I don't have a car. You know, one's better. And that's why I think it's ridiculous. It really is stupid when I hear people saying things like, being gay, that's a choice. I'm like, being gay is a choice. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome if being gay was a choice? You know, because despite the discrimination, I would much rather be gay and proud than single, lonely, and depressed. Oh, and bonus, when you're gay, you get a parade, okay? Like, you get a fucking parade. Like, there is no parade for guys like me. There's no parade in Hollywood Boulevard, like lonely guys on floats with their virus-infected computers from the porn that we watch. Like, that parade doesn't exist. And by the way, let me say something though. If that parade existed, I would be the one leading the charge, waving the single guy flag, okay? You guys know the single guy flag? The one with the crusty sock and a box of tissues? You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That would be the fucking saddest parade in the world. Jesus. That's not even a fun parade, that's a sad parade. I'll be honest, look, I didn't even have sex in 2014 at all. I didn't have sex at all. I got a hand job. Singular. A hand job. So here's what happened with that. I took this... I love that, yeah, you're awesome, by the way. You keep laughing at my pain. It's beautiful. I like that. It's beautiful. My pain is everyone else's laughter. It's beautiful. No, but here's what happened. So I took this girl out. I spent $40 on alcohol. I spent $20 on a cab back to her apartment. I got a hand job. I walked home feeling like when I walked home that night, I felt like the king of the world. I felt like the Fonz that night. Like, yeah, someone else touched my dick besides me. And I went up the next day. It was the next day. I went to my buddy like, yo, man. Yo, bro. I got a hand job last night. It's like, great. Are you 16 years old? Like, we don't get excited about those. We're not in high school anymore. Like, oh, fuck. Okay. You kind of burst my bubble, but I still won. I don't care. I had actually a one-night stand with a woman, and this one-night stand with this girl, and the morning after, she literally looks me in the eye and says, you know I did this out of charity, right? Like, you're a charity case to me. It's like, is that supposed to make me feel bad? Like, I didn't know that going in? Like, you know you're a woman's charity case when you're both naked, and your only thought to yourself is, why is she doing this? Why? Why are you doing this? Like, you could do better than me, okay? Like, it's true. Because this girl is so hot and out of my league that I actually kind of wanted to get her pregnant just so I know there'd be a second date. Yeah. And by the way, here's another point. Why the fuck do I care if I'm a charity case? Why do I care? An orgasm doesn't care how it comes. You two got it. You two got it. You two got it. I like that. I like that. So, yeah. And then what everyone's talking about now is also Justin Bieber, right? That's who everyone's talking about, Justin Bieber. Fucking Justin Bieber. Here's the thing. Everyone's, with Justin Bieber, it's like, oh my god, I can't believe that Justin Bieber is drinking and getting high. It's like, I can't believe that Justin Bieber is making millions of dollars and just doing what every 20-year-old does. Like, that's all he's doing. But he's making millions of dollars. Like, if you gave me millions of dollars, I would go fucking crazy. Like, if you gave me millions of dollars, I could fuck girls my own age. Like, while they're sober, how amazing would that be? If I was a woman, I would fuck a lot. because I love getting free meals. And I'm saying that because that is a beautiful thing about being a woman. It's that when you're hungry and horny, not only do you get a free meal at Wolfgang Puck, you get to have sex. If I'm hungry and horny, it's called ramen and porn, so... Sorry, man, I'm sorry, I'm putting this guy to sleep right here, sorry, man. Like, my act is bad. I'm sorry, no, I can tell he's dozing off, like, he's like, oh, I'm tired. You have a beautiful girl sitting next to you, why are you tired, man? Oh, that was a low blow, man. That's a low blow, my friend. He's drunk? Yeah, because she likes me, thank you. Beautiful girl coming to my defense, I love that. But yeah, the rest of the audience seems to think I'm not doing so bad, so what do you guys think? How am I doing? Yeah, so I guess I'm doing alright. I actually have a question to the women, though. Do women watch porn? I've seriously contemplated that. I don't know. Do women watch porn? Yes! Yeah, I'm gonna take that as every woman in here watches porn, they just don't want to admit it. I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna take that as the answer. She watches porn, so therefore every woman watches porn. What about you? We've opened up. Do you watch porn?
I watched it.
You watched it. That doesn't mean you excessively watch it like I do, right? Okay, that's good. That's good. Don't. It's not good. It's not good to watch. Like, I watch an unhealthy amount of porn. I admit that. But I love how internet porn is free. Because now I have all this money to buy tissues. Actually, yeah, and I have a question though. Like, have you guys ever watched a porno where you feel like the girl is getting hurt? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the pornos where you're like, oh my god, that just looks painful, not pleasurable. Like, watching those kind of pornos makes you realize that I could never be a porn director. Because if I was on that set, I'd be leaning over every minute like, oh my god, are you okay? Oh my god, you need some water or something like that? I feel so bad right now. I feel awful about this. I feel so bad. Listen, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna come up with a safety word, okay? Let's come up with a safety word. How about self-respect? How about that? Is that good? Yeah. Alright, cool. Very good. Yeah. So porn. The only thing that trips me out about porn though is the ads. I once saw an ad on a porno site that says, are you tired of watching porn? Fuck a real girl tonight. Oh, you saw it! I love that! She started laughing. She's like, you've seen those ads! I look at those ads and I think to myself, porn is the only company in the world that advertises against itself for a better product. Like, you're not gonna see this anywhere else in the world. It's not like you go to a WNBA game and it says, tired of watching layups? Watch Real Dunks Tonight, the NBA. No one likes me on that one? Okay, that's okay. Moving on. Oh, God. I love watching porn, but I only have one question about porn, and that is, how the fuck are adult film stores still in business? Like, how the fuck is that possible? I walked into an adult film store the other day, and on the wall it said, on sale, 3 DVDs for $25. Who the fuck is paying $25 for only 3 pornos nowadays? Like, who is doing that? Like, for $25, you can become a member of those HD porno websites, and... Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know this, but HD porn is so clear that when you look into the girl's eyes, you can actually see her father's tears. Yeah. It's true. Very true. You are the best. You're like the best laugher. I'm just gonna take you to every show that I do, and you're just gonna be the designated laugher. So a relationship right here, boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Yeah. She's awesome. Keep on to her. Yes. I don't know if you guys do this. Look, I love watching porn, but I don't know if you guys do this, but whenever I finish watching porn, I always delete the history off my computer. Not because I have a girlfriend, it's just I don't like to be reminded I'm a pervert every time I log on. So here's what I do. This is what I do. Whenever I'm watching a porno that's like really disgusting and I'm like really ashamed of myself, what I'll do to justify is I'll look at the view count. Because if a porno has a view count of like 1 million, I'm always like, alright, I'm still okay, I'm not that bad. But if I'm watching a porno and the view count's like 160, even I'm like, wow, I am definitely a pervert. And it makes me feel even worse to realize I've watched this video 159 times.